Hi guys, I'm going to be teaching you how to 3D print 3D models like this Asuna model. I like her because she's my favorite waifu from Sword Art Online. So like, you download this on Render Hub or whatever website for free, or you have to pay for the model, right? Then you have to convert it into an STL OBJ or whatever this says here. And then you need to paint in the details. So this is where your creativity comes in place. Paint in all of the details. As you can see here, you can do any figure you want. Let's say you like, I don't know, Yui. That model. Or you could print all of these and then paint in the details, pretend that was a 3D printer, and then you convert it to whatever file format for 3D models. So convert it to STL OBJ, yeah, OBJ or STL files, right? I don't know any. Let me go to Vroid. You could do this with Vroid. You could print all of these. Hold up. You could print like all of these as well. But yeah, you convert it, you print it out, and then you put some protective stuff all over top of it, right? And then you want to protect it by putting, you want to paint the protective layer on top of it, and then you paint in the details. And then you also want to sand it down and do a bunch of stuff to make it look good. But yeah, 3D printing has really revolutionized this stuff. But yeah, if you have a 3D printer, you don't need to buy. You just need to buy the filament, which costs a lot too. But yeah, don't need to buy figures when you can just print them. And if you're really good at art, you can just paint it in you could just paint it in and stuff. But yeah, that is how you like 3D print. Pretend that was a 3D printer. I don't actually have one. So you get the file, you convert it, you do all that stuff, and then you send it to the software. Then it prints it out like that. But it's gonna take a while because it's like doing it like this. I don't have a 3D printer, but pretend this or that was a 3D printer. This is only a 2D printer because it prints its sheets. But pretend that was a 3D printer. I wish I had one, but I don't have one. But yeah, pretend, because they're like $600 to $800 or like expensive, depending on how big you want them. But yeah, you don't need to buy them. You can just print them. But you do need to buy the material, so you still are spending money. But once you have the materials, you can just do that anyways. You could just have to buy the paint and stuff, which is very cheap. But yeah, that is how you 3D print figures, because 3D printing is the future. You don't have to be a compulsive buyer anymore. So yeah, that's our 131 signing off. And if you're really creative, you can make your own 3D figure or whatever, or 3D model, and then print it. But yeah, that is how you 3D print anime figures. But yeah, that's how you 3D print them. Very simple. You just have to have some computer knowledge and take your time out of your day to learn it. To learn computer-aided design and stuff. But yeah, I don't know computer-aided design, unfortunately. But I do know how to print and convert stuff and pose, and probably pose stuff. But yeah. And if you know 3D modeling, you can pose it in a Blender and then print it out there. But yeah, you need 3D modeling software for the printer, and then you print it out. But yeah, that is how you 3D print models. And you could 3D print anything. That's the 131 signing off.